So I have a question for you. Do you consider yourself to be a purpose-driven creator? You may be hearing that term and you immediately go, oh yeah, I know what that means. I would say yes, that I am. Or you might be going, well, what exactly is a purpose-driven creator? Well, I'm going to ask you 6 questions. We're going to go over 6 quick categories. And I'm going to ask you to say either yes or no to each one of them. And the number of yeses you give will determine whether you indeed are a purpose-driven creator, at least an aspiring one. You ready to do this? All right, by the way, my name is Bob Baker. Welcome to this, whether you're watching live or whether you're watching the replay later. I'm excited to share this with you. So let's find out how much of a purpose-driven creator you are. So question number 1 is, do you want to make a difference? This is the characteristic of a purpose-driven creator. You want to make a difference. It might be through your writing, through your music, through art, through speaking, whether that's public speaking, or maybe you have a podcast or aspire to do a podcast, or coaching, perhaps. You have some gift you want to share, and you long to create something that uplifts, educates, or transforms others. That's number 1. Can you say yes to that? I'm going to describe these yeses as a full body yes, where you hear that and you go, yes, that's me. If you're kind of on the fence, then you have to decide whether it's a yes or a no. But is that a yes for you? You want to make a difference with your unique gifts. Number 2, you aspire to grow an audience. So reaching more people, get this out of the way. It's not about vanity. It's not about being cool and look all my Instagram followers or whatever. It's really about connecting with the people who need your wisdom, who need your creativity, who need whatever that thing is that you need to share with the world. And so you have a message and you'd like to get it to more people. Again, not to boost your ego, but because you really think you can help people. That's number 2. Can you give a full body yes to that particular one? Number 3, you crave what I call alignment. So success isn't just about money and fame. It's about living and working harmoniously with your values and your passions. And you want to be a full expression of who you are. So you're not just doing things because this is what I need to make money, and this is the thing everybody else is doing. You want to be in alignment. The thing you spend your time on is in alignment with who you are, what you're passionate about, and what you care about. So is that something that you desire? And you give a full body yes to that. That's number 3. By the way, please leave a comment just to say hi. Let me know that you're here. Let me know where you're watching from. Number 4 is you're ready to reinvent yourself. And that might be, maybe you want to start a podcast or a YouTube channel, or you want to write a book or a blog, or you want to be a coach. You want to help people. And you feel it's time to fully embrace this next chapter of your life. So you're ready for something new, something adventurous. You're playing a bigger game. Does that describe you? Can you say yes to that? That's number 4 if we're going through these quickly, but keep track of how many yeses you got here, all right? Number 5 is you value personal growth. You believe in maybe the power of affirmations, which is something I'm a big proponent of, you might know. Maybe you believe in having a visualization practice, meditation, journaling. Maybe you have a morning routine. And so you're interested in personal growth and you believe, I know that positive mindset work can help transform your life. That's part of that purpose-driven factor of what we're talking about here. So is that something that you value? Can you say yes to that? All right. Number 6, you want to leave a legacy. This is really important. So beyond today, the stuff that you can do this week or whatever, this year, you think about how your work can inspire future generations and make a lasting mark. You want to continue to make an impact long after you're gone. This is something I think about more and more. Maybe it's because I'm getting older. I have my decades left on the planet. They're not what they were when I was in my 20s or 30. I hope to be around a long time, but still, I've probably got a couple of good decades, 2 or 3, hopefully, left. But already I feel between my YouTube channel and my podcast and there's all the books that I've published, other things that I've done over the years, I think I'm going to continue to influence people long after I'm gone. And I want to encourage you to do the same thing. Perhaps you felt that too. I have a gift. I have a story to be told. I don't want to die with my music still in me. Hey there, Ashley. Good to see you here. She says, I want to build a garden, specifically garden focused on community garden that can educate people about native plants and all that. That's great. Yeah, if you're watching here, leave me, what is your dream? What's the thing that you want to positively influence other people and the world? Of course, when we say positively influence the world, we're talking about people. I guess, although you, with the garden, you're going to also positively influence the environment as well. But that's a great one, Ashley. Awesome. Cool. And so those are the 6 things. And so I'm not going to go into the detail that I did before, but I want you to rate how many of these can you say full body yes to. 1 is you want to make a difference. 2, you dream and desire to grow an audience so that you can reach more people and positively influence more people. 3, you crave alignment and being a full expression of your authentic self, doing something you're passionate about, at least as a sideline, if not maybe for a living. Number 4, you're ready to reinvent yourself. You're ready for a new chapter of your life. 5, you value personal growth and all the sort of practices that go along with that. And you want to leave a legacy. And so I actually sent this out in an email this morning, and now I have a rating system here, depending on the number of these things that you said yes to. I'm going to describe where you are on the continuum here. And if you want to get on that email list, it's really easy to do it. All you got to do is go to my website, which is bobbakerinspiration.com. It's called the Abundant Life Newsletter, and I send out things related to my affirmations. And I'm going to be talking a lot more about this whole topic of purpose-driven creators. I'm going to be really focused on helping people that describe themselves in this way help grow an audience, make an impact, and leave a legacy. And if you want to make money, that's could be part of it too. Certainly, you have every right to do that. But it's mostly focused on making a difference, leaving a legacy, and reaching more people with your message, with your art, with the ideas for your community garden. Right? All right, so how'd you rate yourself? So if you only said yes to 1 or 2 of them, that's fine. You're in a stage that I've referred to as you're in a dreaming stage. You're in the early stages of discovering your purpose. You have a spark, you have an idea or a calling, but you're unsure where to begin. And that's okay, it's perfectly fine. Every big journey starts with a dream. So your next action, if you fall into this category, is to clarify your vision and start taking those first baby steps towards sharing your message with the world. You're probably uncertain. There's some fear involved here. And so just move forward in whatever way you can, but do move forward, all right? And don't, you have to have it all figured out. I love this phrase, start before you're ready, right? So do that. If you answered a full body yes to 3 or 4 of those things that I went over earlier, you would be in a category I would call the builder. You're a builder. So you're well on your way to stepping into your purpose. Obviously, I'm reading this from the email that I sent out this morning on the screen. So you're well on your way to stepping into your purpose. You've likely started taking action, but you're still finding your footing. You know, maybe you're sharing inconsistently or just unsure how to connect more deeply with an audience. You're building the foundation, though, of something great. And so now your marching orders, if you will, is to further refine your vision and keep growing. And so just keep putting stuff out there. And a lot of people think, oh, I'm not going to start taking action until I know exactly what my brand is and my niche and how to communicate. You have to have all your ducks in a row and all that. Don't be burdened by that. Just start sharing whatever. And over time, you'll discover that overlap between what you're excited about and what an audience is connecting with and responding positively to. And you'll just refine it as you go along. You'll gain confidence along the way. So that's the builder stage if you answered yes to 3 or 4 of those questions. And then if you answered yes to 5 or 6 or all 6 of those questions, you are an impact maker. You're fully aligned with the traits of a purpose-driven creator. You're ready to make waves, inspire others, and leave a lasting legacy. And you've probably already begun sharing your gifts. And now is the time to amplify your reach, to clarify your brand. Again, you gain clarity the more you do it over time. And you're ready to step into a leadership role where you are impacting many, many people. And many is relative. For you, influencing 100 people will be great, or maybe thousands of people. But the world needs your light, so shine it bright. I'm very blessed that I answered yes all the 6 out of 6 wholeheartedly. And I'm very blessed that between my YouTube channel, which has like 403,000 subscribers, my podcast gets like 75,000 downloads a month. I got an email list of about 11, 12,000 people that I can reach. And then social media is lower on the totem pole there. But I think I can honestly say I probably reach about 250,000 people every month with one of those things. It could be a video, an email, a podcast, And plus, I've published 16 books over the years that are available in various formats. So that's another way that I've reached people. And so I've definitely planted the seeds to leave a legacy. And I know the joy and the sense of fulfillment when I'm constantly getting feedback and comments from people who said my work has touched them and changed their lives in many ways. And I want you to experience that same thing. Ashley says, I built a following big once or twice, but now I have to evolve with the times. And part of what we do as creators is evolve, especially as an artist. When you find yourself in the builder stage, but in a new area, I think you could be struggling for some of us who are trying to figure out our new identities. Yeah, so I've certainly shifted my identities over the years, and I've mentored a lot of people who are shifting. And so my recommendation there is to, even though you might be doing something different, unless it's like drastically different, where it's just going to totally turn off the people that used to follow you, invite them to come along on the new journey. I mean, for years, my main identity, I was really on the internet early on. In my earliest books dating back to the 90s were on music marketing. And that's where I carved out my place on the early internet. I created resources for independent musicians and I was encouraging and teaching them how to build their own following, their own success story, build their fan base long before that indie route was cool. And so I rode that wave for a long time. And then like 8 years ago, I started posting affirmations on my YouTube channel. I was a little nervous. It was so different. Even though there was always this thread of positivity and positive thinking in the books that I wrote, I wasn't hitting people over the head with it. So this was directly something some people might put in the woo-woo category, although really it isn't. Affirmations are pretty straightforward. But I was concerned. Oh my God, am I going to alienate are they going to go, what the heck are you doing, Bob? But I got no pushback. In fact, a lot of the people that follow my music marketing books continue to follow me now and appreciate all the affirmation stuff and the positivity that I put into the world. And so maybe this thing about I got to start something new and start off fresh, maybe it's not really valid. Ask yourself, is that really the case? Can I invite those folks along in this new thing that I'm doing? Hey, I'm evolving. Come with me. You know, when you think about artists like Madonna and different people who have reinvented themselves, you know. And yeah, you'll pick up some new fans with this new thing that you're doing, but invite the old ones to come along with you. You know, don't turn your back on them. You know, unless it's just so totally drastic but I've rarely heard that. Because the thing is, even though you might be adventuring down a new path, the consistent thing is that it's still you. It's still your unique expression of that thing. So you're the glue that holds those things together, right? So that's my take on it. I got Heath Close here is live in the chat. Early musician, still following Bob. Even took his, you were in my Berkeley class? Oh, cool. It was interesting to see him shift, but still offering quality to the world. So I'm in. All right, Heath, that's great. Yeah, I created a music marketing 101 course. They approached me back in 2007 to create an online course. Berkeley College of Music in Boston is what we're talking about. And they were just getting started with their online courses. And they knew I had written the Guerrilla Music Marketing Handbook, which was a highly acclaimed book. It actually appeared in the movie The School of Rock with Jack Black. And so, yeah, I taught that course from my home office here in St. Louis to students all over the world from 2007 to 2012. So, God, that even ended, 12 years ago. I still stay in touch with a lot of students, yeah. And thank you for following me and continuing to appreciate my stuff, Heath. It's good to connect with you. But to be honest with you, here, Ashley, this is something you can relate to. I've had a conundrum in recent years in that this affirmation stuff was so different than the music marketing, the stuff I did with creatives for so many years. I put them in different buckets, right? There's always a struggle. Like, God, I want to still serve this audience, but I got this new thing where I'm reaching 10 times the people with the affirmations. And so this really where I need to lean into where the energy is now. But I still had a lot to offer with people that want to grow a fan base and have a message or art to share. Not just music, but it's just a message or story they want to share. And I've been wrestling with that. And so lately, things have come into focus. It's still early on in this process, but I'm combining them into this. Like, I want to help purpose-driven creators grow an audience, make an impact, and leave a legacy. And this is blending both of them. So that's what I'm encouraging you to do. You don't have to necessarily turn your back on the past. So this is it's bringing in the mindset stuff that's related to affirmations, but also bringing in the wealth of knowledge and experience that I have with growing an audience and marketing online and all this stuff. So I feel like this is bringing it all together. We'll see if people resonate with it. But so this is how I'm going through this very same thing and finding my new identity, this new chapter. Ashley says, no, just a former model, outgrew that aspect and now is more than just that. Thank you. Okay. Yeah. And so just use the notoriety that you gain from that to bring people into your new interests, And so again, I don't know if you have an email list or social media following or if you're still in touch with those folks, but that could be like your brand identity, former model turned whatever the description is of what you're moving in. So anyway, I just wanted to come on live here and share this with you. And I'm planning on is actually launching a program in January. It's probably going to start January 11. It's called 21 Days to Rock Solid Confidence as a Purpose-Driven Creator. And it's geared for these people that want to share their message. They want to get out there, but they're uncomfortable. They're fearful. What are people going to think of me? Oh, I don't want to put myself out there. There's a vulnerability, right? And lack of confidence is a big thing that people struggle with. And so this is going to be very affordable. And so there's no way to sign up for it now. I'm just kind of like teasing you that it's coming up. So be looking for more information about that toward the end of the month. But yeah, I'm really committed to serving this audience, and we'll see if this melding of the old and the new is going to resonate with people. I'm hopeful that it is. I'm excited about it, and I'll be talking more and more about it in the weeks and months ahead. So really appreciate you all being here. So Heath and Ashley and Lisa and anyone else who's joined me here, have an awesome day. And I'll talk to you soon. This is Bob Baker saying so long.